Welcome. This is a video of me playing my Darkwing Crusader deck and then Magic Online tournament practice stream. My opponent was playing Monored, and it was an interesting game, so I decided to record it. Opening hand has Marsh Flats, Creeping Tarpit, Marsh Flats, Glacial Fortress, which is alright. I mean, I didn't know what he was playing at the time, so I figured a double Stoneforge Mystic Lifestaff hand it wasn't great, but I mean, I had the potential for Stoneforge Mystic in turn 2, which obviously is really powerful. And with the built-in backup of the Silvok Lifestaff, I am on the draw. So let's see what our opponent opens with Mountain. And here, since he hadn't gone with turn 1 Goblin Guide, I decided to go with the Creeping Tarpit since it would come into play tapped anyway. But sure enough, he's got the turn 2 Goblin Guide. And he reveals a second Creeping Tarpit. Now, my turn. Draw Sword of Fire and Ice, so there's actually only one target left for my Stoneforges to find. And I didn't want to just run a creature out there without being able to equip this Lifestaff right away. Most Mono-Red decks these days are running Searing Blaze or will just respond to my equip with Lightning Bolt or some kind of removal. So I decided to just play the Creeping Tarpit and play the Lifestaff. That way next turn, if for some reason he taps during his turn to play a creature or just send some burn at my face, I can play the Stoneforge Mystic and equip, and maybe he's tapped out. At least that was the plan. Well, then he swung and he revealed a Phyrexian Crusader on the top of my deck, and that was fortunate for me. That changed things. The Crusader is just so insane against mono-red decks that he was immediately played. That basically stabilized me. He's not going to be able to remove it, and he will block the Goblin Guide all day. So now it's a matter of just getting an opportunity to equip it. Unfortunately, he plays a Spike Shot Goblin, and that can, even if it's just a ping at a time, it's going to do its damage. So I just equipped his Lifestaff, play my Dark Slick Shores, and pass, trying to represent some counter. And he Spike Shots me. He lays another land, 3 cards in hand. I put him at, he's got to have some kind of removal for creatures at this point. Very unlikely that he would otherwise, just be sitting on 3 mountains. Any burn would probably be going to my face at this point. Alright, so obviously I don't attack here. Just can't afford to take 3 back, or more depending on what he's in his hand. Now he plays a Plated Geopede, and I'm getting to be in a little bit of trouble here. And here I just, this time, again, he's got 3 mana open, so I'm going to play the Stoneforge Mystic, search the body, sort of body and mind, and try to equip the Lifestaff. If he has a removal spell, then I won't take 1 damage from the Elder because he won't be able to tap it. So I figured that was a good enough trade-off. Either Stoneforge eats a bolt, or Burst Lightning, or a Stagger Shock, and he can't Spike Shot me this turn. So I figured that was about 3 damage I would not be taking. And sure enough, he has Stagger Shock. So again, that casting the Stoneforge there saved me 3 life. Or at the very least, the 2 damage from the Stagger Shock, and then the lost opportunity to hit me with the Elder. Once again, I can't swing, especially now that he's got a Geopede. Eat the Stagger Shock, 12 life, and landfall. And now another Goblin Guide. So at this point, he is probably going to swing, and sure enough, he swings. And I wait to see what he reveals off Goblin Guide. And Squadron Hawk. So now I have to decide what I want to do. Because I drew the Squadron Hawks, I decide that the Crusader is going to block the Spike Shark Elder so that my Squadron Hawks can survive. That means I'm going to be taking 2, 3, 4, 5, putting me down to 7 life. And, before damage resolves, he hits me with a Spike Shot, so end result. Oh, I can't even do math right. I end up at 4. Which is rather precarious. Alright, so he's down to 1 card in hand, and I'm at 4 life. Here, I decide to go all in, basically. I'm going to cast my Sword of Feast and Famine, equip, making my Crusader a 5/4. And I will also cast Squadron Hawk and just lay down basically three blockers. And hopefully he doesn't draw anything. So first things first, cast my sword. Now equip. Now here he bolts me right away, which is great for me because that allows me to cast Squadron Hawk here instead of waiting until after the equip. That was in case he had something like Searing Blaze that would have been live only if the Squadron Hawk had been around. So here I cast my Squadron Hawk, go get my Hawks. And now I swing with the Crusader, equipped with the sword and life staff. And that's 5 poison counter, so he is lethal next turn. Give him a 1 turn clock. Now here I just only have 2 white mana available, so I cast my 2 Hawks. And then I just move around my equipment a little bit. It doesn't really matter either he top decks a burn spell or not. Even if he were to draw another Goblin Guide, for example, I would just block the Squadron Hawk that has a life staff to the GOP, and the first strike will let me gain 3 life before damage resolve. So he has 1 on tap, 1 draw, and he plays land. So that's gonna be it. He swings anyway. I block. He gains a life, and he scoops. So that was very, very close game. End up at 1 life, gain here 3 here at the end when he swung. I had 2 Marsh Flats I did not play and didn't crack. There was a bit of luck certainly, but I think I made some pretty tight plays to minimize the damage and try to keep him at bay. Phyrexian Crusader was obviously excellent in this game, and that's one of the reasons I really like him in the deck right now. Come back for game 2. Thanks for watching.